Need previous year questions 2025 biological classification. First one, identify the incorrect pair. Incorrect pair கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். Option A Spinopsida adiantum, option B Pteropsida triopteris, option C Psilopsida xylotum, option D Lycopsida selaginella. அப்போ இதில் எது தப்புன்னு கேட்டிருக்காங்க. ஸ்பீனோப்சிடா அடியான்டம்னு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, தப்பு. இதான் ஆன்சர். ஆப்ஷன் ஏ இஸ் த கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர். ஏன்னா ஸ்பீனோப்சிடாக்கு எக்விசிட்டம் வரும், டெராப்சிடாக்கு தான் அடியான்டம் வரும், டெராப்சிடாக்கு தான் டயாப்டெரிஸ் டெரிஸ் அடியான்டம் வரும், சைலாப்சிடா வந்து சைலோட்டம், லைகாப்சிடா வந்துட்டு செலாஜினெல்லா அண்ட் லைகோபோடியம் அப்படின்னு வரும். சொல்யூஷன், equisetum belongs to Spinopsida, adiantum belongs to Pteropsida. Okay, so wrong answer. Incorrect pair வந்துட்டு option A Spinopsida adiantum, அதுதான் தப்பு. So option A is the correct answer. Question number 2, match list 1 with list 2. List 1 organisms, list 2ல வந்துட்டு mode of nutrition. Okay, euglenoid, dinoflagellates, slime mold, plasmodium. இந்த சைடு mode of nutrition வந்து parasitic, saprophytic, photosynthetic, switching between photosynthetic and heterotrophic mode. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. Okay, இதில் வந்து euglenoid வந்துட்டு switching between photosynthetic and heterotrophic mode வரும். அப்போ ஆப்ஷன் ஏ வந்துட்டு 4. ஓகே, அப்புறம் dinoflagellate வந்துட்டு ஃபோட்டோசிந்தட்டிக்காக இருக்கும், அதனால் ஆப்ஷன் சி. பி வந்துட்டு 3, அப்போ ஆப்ஷன் சி தான் வரும். அண்டு ஸ்லைம் மோல்டு வந்து சாப்ரோஃபேட்டிக், ஏன்னா ஸ்லைம் மோல்டு வந்து சாப்ரோஃபேட்டிக் ப்ரோட்டிஸ்ட்னு வரும். அப்போ சி வந்துட்டு 4, சி வந்து 2. ஓகே, சி வந்து 2. அண்டு டி பிளாஸ்மோடியம் வந்துட்டு பேராசைட்டிக். ஓகே, ஏன்னா பிளாஸ்மோடியம் வந்துட்டு மலேரியா காஸ் பண்ணும், ஸோ பிளாஸ்மோடியம் பேராசைட்டிக். ஓகே, அப்போ வந்து டி வந்துட்டு 1, அப்போது ஆப்ஷன் சி தான் வந்து கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர். இதான் வந்து சொல்யூஷன். Euglenoids are photosynthetic in the presence of sunlight. When deprived of sunlight, they behave like heterotrophs. அப்புறம் dinoflagellates are mostly marine and photosynthetic. Slime molds are saprophytic protists. Plasmodium is malarial parasite which cause malaria. Which of the following pairs is an incorrect match? Annelids and arthropods, bilateral symmetry, இது வந்து கரெக்டு. ஸ்பாஞ்சஸ் ஏசிலோமேட்ஸ், இதுவும் கரெக்டு. சீலண்டரேட்ஸ் அண்ட் டீனோஃபோர்ஸ், ரேடியல் சிமெட்ரி, இதுவும் கரெக்டு. பிளாட்டிஹெல்மின்த்ஸ் டிப்ளோபிளாஸ்டிக் ஆர்கனைசேஷன், இதுதான் தப்பு, அதனால் இன்கரெக்ட் தானே கேட்டிருக்காங்க. அப்போ ஆப்ஷன் டி தான் ஆன்சர். சொல்யூஷன், கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர் வந்து ஆப்ஷன் 4. ஏன்னா as it represents an incorrect match because platyhelminthes are triploblastic, not okay, platyhelminthes are triploblastic organisms, not diploblastic. Option 1 வந்து correct because annelids and arthropods exhibit bilateral symmetry. ஆப்ஷன் 2வும் கரெக்ட், ஏன்னா வந்து ஸ்பாஞ்சஸ் ஆர் ஏசிலோமேட்ஸ். ஆப்ஷன் 3யும் கரெக்ட். அஸ் coelenterate and ctenophores exhibit radial symmetry. Okay, incorrect match கேட்டதுனால ஆப்ஷன் டி தான் ஆன்சர். ஓகே, மேட்ச் லிஸ்ட் 1 வித் லிஸ்ட் 2. லிஸ்ட் 1 லிஸ்ட் 2 கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ரைசோபஸ், உஸ்டிலாகோ, பக்சீனியா, அகாரிகஸ். லிஸ்ட் 2ல் மஷ்ரூம்ஸ், மட் ஃபங்கஸ், பிரெட் மோல்ட், ரஸ்ட் ஃபங்கஸ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. சூஸ் த கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர் ஃப்ரம் த ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் கிவன் பிலோ. ஓகே, ரைசோபஸ் வந்துட்டு பிரெட் மோல்டு, அப்போது A3. அண்டு உஸ்டிலாகோ வந்துட்டு ஸ்மட் ஃபங்கஸ், ஸோ B2. பக்சீனியா வந்துட்டு ரஸ்ட் ஃபங்கஸ், C4. அகாரிகஸ் வந்துட்டு மஷ்ரூம், அப்போது D1. ஆப்ஷன் ஏ தான் கரெக்ட் ஆன்சர். எஸ், ரைசோபஸ் இஸ் அ பிரெட் மோல்டு ஃபங்கஸ், உஸ்டிலாகோ இஸ் அ ஸ்மட் ஃபங்கை, பக்சீனியா இஸ் known as rust fungi, Agaricus is commonly called mushroom. Okay. Which one of the following is not a criterion for classification of fungi? Morphology of mycelium, mode of nutrition, mode of spore formation, fruiting body. Not a criterion அப்படின்னு கேட்டிருக்காங்க for classification of fungi. ஆன்சர் வந்து ஆப்ஷன் பி mode of nutrition. ஓகே, ஏன்னா மற்ற மூணும் வந்துட்டு இஸ் criterion for classification of fungi. Morphology of mycelium, mode of spore formation, fruiting body. The morphology of the mycelium, mode of spore formation and fruiting bodies form the basis for the division of the kingdom fungi into various classes. Housefly belongs to family Cyprinidae, Hominidae, Calliphoridae, Musidae. Answer வந்துட்டு Musidae. Okay, option D. Cyprinidae is the largest and most diverse family of freshwater fish. It includes carps, goldfishes, minnows, and many other types of fish. Hominidae, also known as the great apes or hominids, is a taxonomic family that includes 7 extant species in 4 genera: Pongo, the Bornean, Sumatran, and Tapanuli; orangutan, gorilla, the eastern and western gorilla; Pan, the common chimpanzee, and the bonobo; and Homo, of which only one species survives, Homo sapiens, or human beings. Calliphoridae is a family of insects commonly known as blowflies. Many of this family species are metallic in appearance and are found in a variety of environments. Musidae is a large family of flies that includes a variety of species, one of which is the common housefly, Musca domestica. Houseflies are ubiquitous and are often associated with human habitations. They are known for their potential to spread diseases due to their attraction to waste and decaying organic matter. X and Y are the components of binomial nomenclature. This naming system was proposed by X வந்து generic name, Y வந்து specific epithet, Z வந்து Carolus linnaeus. Option A the answer. The correct answer is option A. Z generic name, Y specific epithet, Z Carolus linnaeus. Okay, Carolus linnaeus is the scientist who proposed the binomial nomenclature system for naming organisms. This system includes 2 parts: the generic name genus and the specific epithet species. Therefore, X is the generic name and Y is the specific epithet. Mad cow disease in cattle and Sear-Jacob disease in humans are due to infection by prion. Option A the answer. Mad cow disease is cattle and Sear-Jacob disease in humans are due to infection by prions, which are abnormally folded proteins. Read the following statements and choose the set of correct statements. In the members of Phaeophysae, choose the correct answer from the options given below. Asexual reproduction occurs usually by biflagellate zoospores. This is correct. Sexual reproduction is by oogamous method only. Tappu. Okay. Stored food is in the form of carbohydrates, which is either mannitol or laminarin. Correct. The major pigments found are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C, and carotenoids and xanthophyll. Vegetative cells have a cellulosic wall, usually covered on the outside by gelatinous coating of algin. Okay, A correct, A, C correct, D correct, E correct. A, C, D, E only. Okay, B mattu tappu. Okay, check answer. Correct. In members of Phaeophysae, sexual reproduction is by oogamous, isogamous, or anisogamous methods. Identify the asexual reproductive structure associated with penicillium. Conidia. Correct. Yeah, the ascomycetes are commonly known as sac fungi. They are mostly multicellular, example penicillium, or rarely unicellular, example yeast, Saccharomyces. The asexual spores produced by them are called conidia. They are produced exogenously on the special mycelium named as conidiophores. Conidia on germination produce mycelium. Okay. Given below are two statements. Statement 1. Mycoplasma can pass through less than 1 micron filter size. Statement 2. Mycoplasma are bacteria with cell wall. In the light of above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Correct. ஏன்னா வந்து ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் 1ல mycoplasma can pass through even 0.22 micron filters which are smaller than 1 micron. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2ல வந்துட்டு mycoplasma is a pleomorphic bacterium without a cell wall and hence it can easily change its shape due to which it can pass through the filters easily. Okay, அதனால statement 2 தப்பு. Which of the following is a correct statement? Bacteria are exclusively heterotrophic organisms. Slime molds are saprophytic organisms classified under kingdom Monera. Tappu. Mycoplasma have DNA, ribosome and cell wall. Tappu. Cyanobacteria are a group of autotrophic organisms classified under kingdom Monera. Ida undu correct statement. Yes. Cyanobacteria or blue-green algae BGA are the members of kingdom Monera which show the following characteristic features. Cell wall is present, chlorophyll A is present and they are photoautotrophic. Heterocysts are present in some forms for nitrogen fixation. They lack membrane-bound organelles. Which of the following statements is correct? Fusion of two cells is called karyogyny. Tappu. Fusion of protoplasms between two motile or non-motile gametes is called plasmogamy. Correct. Organisms that depend on living plants are called saprophytes. Tappu. Some of the organisms can fix atmospheric nitrogen in specialized cells called sheath cells. Adum tappu. Idha vandu correct. Okay, correct. Sexual cycle in fungi involves 3 steps. The fusion of protoplasm between two motile or non-motile gametes is called plasmogamy. Fusion of two nuclei called karyogamy. Meiosis in zygote resulting in haploid spores. Saprophytes feed on dead and decaying organisms. Fungi and many bacteria are saprophytic. Organisms like nostoc, anabaena have specialized heterocysts to fix atmospheric nitrogen. Which of the following is incorrect about cyanobacteria? இது தப்புன்னு கேட்குறாங்க. They are photoautotrophs. They lack heterocysts. They often form blooms in polluted water bodies. They have chlorophyll A similar to green plants. Okay, அப்போ இதுதான் தப்புன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So check answer. 10th one. They lack heterocyst. அதான் தப்பு. Correct. The cyanobacteria or blue-green algae BGA have chlorophyll A similar to green plants and are photosynthetic autotrophs. The BGA are unicellular, colonial or filamentous, freshwater, marine or terrestrial algae. The colonies are generally surrounded by a gelatinous sheath. They often form blooms in polluted water bodies. Some of these organisms can fix atmospheric nitrogen in specialized cells called heterocysts. The size of pleuropneumonia-like organisms PPLO is 0.1 micrometer. Yes, correct. The prokaryotic cells are represented by bacteria, blue-green algae, mycoplasma, and PPLO, pleuropneumonia-like organisms. They are generally smaller and multiply more rapidly than the eukaryotic cells. Size of PPLO is about 0.1 micrometer. Diagram showing comparison of eukaryotic cells with other organism. இதான் வந்து ஒரு typical eukaryotic cell. அது வந்து 10 to 20 micrometer இருக்கு. இது typical bacteria. Typical bacteria வந்து 1 to 2 micrometer. இது வந்து PPLO, pleuropneumonia-like organism, about 0.1 micrometer. And இது வந்து virus. Virus வந்துட்டு 0.02 to 0.2 micrometer. Which of the following is correct about viroids? Viroids correct ஆனது வந்து they have free RNA without protein coat. அதான correct answer. Yes. Viroids. Viroids are smaller than viruses, self-replicating particles that were discovered by T.O. Dainer, 1971. Viroids are infectious RNA particles that are devoid of protein coat. The molecular weight of RNA in viroid is low in comparison to viruses. Potato spindle tuber is a viroid causing disease. Mad cow disease in cattle is caused by an organism which has abnormally folded a protein. Correct. Mad cow disease in cattle is caused by prions, which are abnormally folded proteins. It is also known as bovine spongiform encephalopathy (BSC). It is a progressive neurological disorder of cattle. Which of the following statements is correct? Lichens do not grow in polluted areas. Correct. Algal component of lichen is called mycobiont. Tappu, phycobiont da varum. Fungal component of lichen is called phycobiont. No, mycobiont. Lichens are not good pollution indicators. Tappu. Okay, இதான் correct. Yes. Lichens do not grow in polluted area. மற்ற ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்லாம் தப்பு. ஏன்னா கரெக்ட் ஃபார்ம் ஆஃப் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் வந்து algal component of lichens is called phycobiont. Fungal component of lichens is called mycobiont. Lichens are good pollution indicators. Okay. Match the organisms in column 1 with habitats in column 2. Halophiles வந்துட்டு select correct option from the following. Halophiles வந்து salty area. Okay, 1 வந்துட்டு 4. Thermopseudophils வந்துட்டு hot springs. Methanogens வந்து guts of ruminants. Cyanobacteria வந்துட்டு aquatic environment. Okay, yes, correct. The correct match of organisms with their habitats are halophiles live in salty areas, thermopseudophils live in hot springs, methanogens live in guts of ruminants, cyanobacteria live in aquatic environment. Which of the following statement about methanogens is not correct? Not correct கேட்டிருக்காங்க. They can be used to produce biogas. இது correct. They are found in rumen of cattle and the excreta. Correct. They grow aerobically and break down cellulose rich food. இதான் தப்பு. They produce methane gas. அது வந்து correct. Okay. Yes. Correct information about the statement வந்துட்டு certain bacteria which allow anaerobically on cellulosic material produce large amount of methane along with carbon dioxide and hydrogen. These bacteria are collectively called methanogens and one such example is methanobacterium. மற்றதெல்லாம் வந்து correct. Okay. Which of following statements is incorrect? எது தப்புன்னு கேட்டிருக்காங்க. Viroids lack a protein coat. Correct. Viroids are obligate parasites. Correct. Infective constituent in virus is the protein coat. தப்பு. Genetic material தான் infective இருக்கும். Prions consist of abnormally folded proteins. So correct. And இதான் வந்து தப்பு. Viruses are obligate parasites, holoparasites. That is, they cannot complete its life cycle without exploiting a suitable host. Viruses are also called nucleoprotein. That is, they have only genetic material, nucleic acids, enclosed within a capsid protein coat. But the infective constituent of a virus is this genetic material, that is DNA or RNA. Only genetic material enters into the host cell. The protein coat remains outside the host. Viroids lack the protein coat and have only the genetic material RNA. Prions are infectious proteins. Which of the following statements is incorrect? தப்புன்னு கேட்டிருக்காங்க. Morels and truffles are edible delicacies. Correct. Claviceps is the source of many alkaloids and LSD. Correct. Conidia are produced exogenously and ascospores endogenously. Correct. Yeast have filamentous bodies with long thread-like hyphae. தப்பு. இதான் ஆன்சர். எஸ். Yeast are unicellular eukaryotic fungi with completely different properties from those of bacteria, which are prokaryotic microorganisms. Yeast contains almost the same organelles of a mature eukaryotic cell: nucleus, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuole and cytoskeleton are the most important one. Okay, the diagrammatic representation of parts of a yeast cell. இங்கே வந்து நியூக்ளியஸ் இருக்குது, செல் வால் இருக்குது, நியூக்ளியோலஸ் இருக்குது, சென்ட்ரோசோம் இருக்குது, அண்ட் இங்கே வந்து ரிசோ மெட்டீரியல் இருக்குது. இது நியூக்ளியர் வேக்யூல். அண்டு இது வந்துட்டு அந்த கோடு மாதிரி இருக்குது, கயிறு மாதிரி. இது வந்து குரோமாட்டின் த்ரெட்ஸு. ஓகேவா? ஆக்சிஜன் இஸ் நாட் ப்ரொடியூஸ் டியூரிங் ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ் பை ஆக்சிஜன் வந்து ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகலை டியூரிங் ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ் பை க்ரீன் சல்ஃபர் பாக்டீரியா தானே. ஏன்னா சைக்காஸ் ஆக்சிஜன் ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகும் டியூரிங் ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ். நாஸ்டாக் காரா அதுலேயும் ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ் அப்போது ஆக்சிஜன் ப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆகும் எக்ஸப்ட் க்ரீன் சல்ஃபர் பாக்டீரியா. Green sulfur bacteria are non-motile and capable of anoxygenic photosynthesis. In contrast to plants, green sulfur bacteria mainly use sulfide ions as electron donors. Cycas belongs to gymnospermae which show oxygenic photosynthesis. Chara is a chlorophyceae member to show oxygenic photosynthesis. Cyanobacteria like Nostoc and Anabena have evolved oxygenic photosynthetic mechanism. Okay. Select the wrong statements. Pseudopodia are locomotory and feeding structures in sporozoans. தப்பு. Mushroom belong to basidiomycetes. Correct. Cell wall is present in the members of fungi and plantae. Correct. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell in all kingdoms except Monera. Correct. Yes. Sporozoans are diverse protozoans which consist of an infectious spore-like stage in their life cycle. A prominent example is that of Plasmodium, which is a causative agent of malaria. This parasite has a sporophytic life cycle in mosquitoes, while a gametophytic stage in the host humans. Pseudopodia, false feet, are locomotory organs which aid in feeding and movement. These are the characteristic features of amoeboid protozoans like amoeba. Which among the following is not a prokaryote? Nostoc, Mycobacterium, Saccharomyces, Oscillatoria. Not a prokaryote. Saccharomyces is not a prokaryote. ஏன்னா அது வந்து ஒரு ஃபங்கை இல்லை, அதனால. Among given options, Saccharomyces is the scientific name of yeast, belongs to kingdom fungi, that is an eukaryote. They possess a well-defined nucleus and other cell organelles. Nostoc and Oscillatoria are cyanobacteria, while Mycobacterium is a true bacterium. Cyanobacteria and bacteria both are prokaryotes as they lack a well-defined nucleus and other cell organelles. They belong to the kingdom Monera. Okay. After karyogamy followed by meiosis, spores are produced exogenously in Agaricus, Alternaria, Neurospora, Saccharomyces. Agaricus, yes, correct. After karyogamy followed by meiosis, spores are produced exogenously in Agaricus. Agaricus from the basidiomycetes. In Agaricus, meiospores are produced exogenously after karyogamy and meiosis. This fungus belongs to basidiomycetes. Okay. Alternaria belongs to the deuteromycetes class of fungi. The fungi of this class lack sexual reproduction, therefore sexual spores are not found. Neurospora and Saccharomyces belong to Ascomyces class of fungi. They produce ascospores as meiospores. Their ascospores are produced endogenously. Ciliates differ from all other protozoans in using pseudopodia for capturing prey, having a contractile vacuole for removing excess water, இதுவும் வராது. யூசிங் flagella for locomotion வராது. Having two types of nuclei வரும். Ciliates differ from all other protozoans in having two types of nuclei. Yes, correct. Ciliates differ from all other protozoans in having two types of nuclei. These two nuclei are usually of different sizes. That is, one is meganucleus and other is micronucleus. The former, அதாவது meganucleus, controls metabolism, whereas the latter na micronucleus, is concerned with reproduction. Example, paramecium. In other protozoans like amoeba, a single nucleus is present which is involved in metabolism and reproduction. Other options are incorrect because ciliates use filter feeding mechanism for obtaining food. Like other protozoans, they also possess contractile vacuoles. Ciliates use cilia for locomotion. Okay. Next, which of the following organisms are known as chief producers in the oceans? Diatoms. Yes, diatoms are the chief producers in the oceans. Diatoms are chief producers in the oceans and they contribute to 40% of the ocean's primary productivity. They constitute a major group of unicellular eukaryotic microscopic algae and are among the most common types of phytoplanktons found floating on the surface of the seas. The other given organisms also exhibit an autotrophic mode of nutrition. Okay. However, their productivity is lesser as compared to diatoms. அதாவது இந்த cyanobacteria, dinoflagellates, euglenoids அதெல்லாம். Viroids. Viroids differ from viruses in having RNA molecules without protein coat. Yes, correct. Viroids are subviral agents as infectious RNA particles without a protein coat. Virus is a small infectious agent that replicates only inside the living cells of other organisms. It is an obligate intracellular parasite which can reproduce only by invading and taking over other cells as they lack the cellular machinery for self-reproduction. Viroids, these are the smallest infectious pathogens known. These are subviral smallest known agents of infectious disease. The term viroid was coined by T.O. Dainer 1971 to describe the agents of the potato spindle tuber disease. There are some 25 viroids which vary in nucleotide sequence. These are spread by plant propagation through seeds and by manual mishandling with contaminated implements. Which of the following are found in extreme saline conditions? Archaebacteria. Yes. Archaebacteria are able to survive in harsh conditions because of branched lipid chain in the cell membrane, which reduces the fluidity of the cell membrane. Archaebacteria are the oldest organisms living on the earth. They are unicellular prokaryotes and belong to the kingdom Archaea. They were first discovered in 1977 and are classified as bacteria. Most archaebacteria appear like bacteria when they are observed under the microscope. However, they are quite different from bacteria and eukaryotic organisms. Mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae are the example of mutualism. Correct. Mycorrhizae are symbiotic relationship that form between fungi and plants. The fungi colonize the root system of the host plant, providing increased water and nutrient absorption capabilities, while the plant provides the fungus with carbohydrates formed from photosynthesis. Mycorrhizal fungi encompass many major groups of the fungus kingdom and in the past were divided into two non-evolutionary related groups. Which among the following are the smallest living cells known without a definite cell wall, pathogenic to plants as well as animals and can survive without oxygen? அது வந்துட்டு mycoplasma. Yes, correct. Mycoplasmas are smallest, wall-less prokaryotes, pleomorphic in nature. These are pathogenic on both plants and animals. Smallest cellular organism is mycoplasma. Jellisepticum. DNA replication in bacteria occurs during S phase with the nucleolus prior to fission just before transcription. DNA replication in bacteria occurs prior to fission. Correct? Yes. DNA replication in bacteria occurs prior to fission. Further, the daughter DNA molecules are distributed. Daughter DNA molecules are distributed into the daughter cells. Prokaryotes do not show well-marked S phase due to their primitive nature. Which of the following components provides sticky character to the bacterial cell? Sticky character to the bacterial cell வந்து அந்த a rich glycoprotein layer அதுதான் வந்து provides sticky character to the bacterial cell. A rich glycoprotein layer, glycocalyx. So a rich glycoprotein layer. Sticky character of the bacteria is due to glycocalyx or slime layer. This layer is rich in glycoproteins. The capsule acts as a virulence factor as it enhances the ability of bacteria to cause disease by preventing phagocytosis. Okay. A rich glycoprotein layer provides sticky character to the bacterial cell. Glycocalyx illana capsule. Okay, slime layer. Glycocalyx or slime layer. Glycocalyx capsule and the tough outer layer illana slime layer. Okay. Select the mismatch. Frankia illness இது கரெக்ட். Rhodospirillum mycorrhiza தப்பு. Annabena nitrogen fixer correct. Rhizobium alfalfa correct. இதுதான் தப்பு. Annabena nitrogen fixer correct. Rhizobium alfalfa correct. Amongst the given options, Rhodospirillum mycorrhiza is mismatched. Rhodospirillum is anaerobic, free-living nitrogen fixer. Rhodospirillum is anaerobic, free-living nitrogen fixer. Mycorrhiza is a symbiotic relationship between fungi and roots of higher plants. Annabena is a cyanobacteria which can fix atmospheric nitrogen. Rhizobium is a symbiotic bacterium with leguminous plants which helps nitrogen fixation. Frankia is also another cyanobacteria which is associated with illness and helps in nitrogen fixation. Okay. 32. Yes. Which one of the following is wrong for fungi? They are eukaryotic. Is correct. All fungi possess a purely cellulosic cell wall. Is tappu. They are heterotrophic. Correct. They are both unicellular and multicellular. Correct. Okay. The cell wall of fungi is made up of chitin and polysaccharides. Chitin is the most abundant amino polysaccharide, a long chain polymer of N-acetyl glucosamine. Okay, that is NAG. N-acetyl glucosamine is a derivative of glucosaccharin in nature and is a building material that gives strength to the exoskeletons of crustaceans, insects, and cell walls of fungi. Methanogens belong to Archaebacteria. Correct. Archaebacteria. This is the solution. Okay. Select the wrong statement. The walls of diatoms are easily destructible. This is tappu. Diatomaceous earth is formed by cell walls of diatoms. Correct. Diatoms are chief producers in the oceans. Correct. Diatoms are microscopic and float passively in water. This is correct. And this is the solution. Which of the following statement is wrong for viroids? This is wrong. They lack a protein coat. They are smaller than virus. They cause infections. இதெல்லாம் correct. Their RNA is of high molecular weight. இதான் தப்பு. ஏன்னா viroids ஓட their RNA is of low molecular weight இருக்கும். Okay. And இதுதான் solution. இதான் solution. Okay. One of the major components of the cell wall of most fungi is chitin. Okay. Yes, correct. Chitin. Peptidoglycan bacterial cell wall. Cellulose and hemicellulose plant cell wall. Chitin fungal cell wall. The chitin adds rigidity and necessary support to the thin cells of fungus and makes the mushrooms fresh. Okay. Okay. Which one of the following statements is wrong? இது தப்புன்னு கேட்குறாங்க. Cyanobacteria are also called blue green algae. இது correct. Golden algae are also called desmids. Correct. Eubacteria are also called false bacteria. தப்பு. Eubacteria true bacteria. Phycomyces are also called algal fungi. இது வந்து correct. Okay. இதுதான் வந்து solution. Chrysophytes, euglenoids, dinoflagellates and slime molds are included in the kingdom Protista. Okay. Yes, correct. இதுதான் வந்து solution. The imperfect fungi which are decomposers of litter and help in mineral cycling belong to deuteromycetes. Okay. இதான் deuteromycetes ஓட solution. Pick up the wrong statement. Protista have photosynthetic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. இது correct. Some fungi are edible. இதுவும் correct. Nuclear membrane is present in Munira. தப்பு. Cell wall is absent in Animalia. Correct. Okay. Check answer. இதுதான் வந்துட்டு solution. Okay. Which one is wrong statement? Mucor has biflagellate zoospores. தப்பு. Haploid endosperm is a typical feature of gymnosperms. Correct. Brown algae have chlorophyll A and C and fucoxanthin. Correct. Archegonia are found in Bryophyta, Pteridophyta and gymnosperms. Correct. Yes. Zoospores. These are microscopic motile spores that move by means of flagella. They are formed in zoosporangia. They are mainly found in algae like Chlamydomonas that has biflagellated zoospores. Mucor has non-motile spore, that is sporangiospores or aplanospores. Select the wrong statement. W.M. Stanley showed that viruses could be crystallized. Is correct. The term contagium vivum fluidum was coined by M.W. Beijerick. Correct. Mosaic disease in tobacco and AIDS in human beings are caused by viruses. Correct. The viroids were discovered by T.J. Ivanovsky. தப்பு. viroids வந்து T.O.Dana 1971 அதுதான் வரும். ஓகே. எஸ். இதான் வந்து solution. இதான் வந்து solution. Okay. Okay. In which group of organisms the cell walls form two thin overlapping shells which fit together? அது வந்து chrysophytes. Okay. Yes, correct. இதான் வந்து solution. Choose the wrong statement. Neurospora is used in the study of biochemical genetics. Correct. Morels and truffles are poisonous mushrooms. தப்பு. Yeast is unicellular and useful in fermentation. Correct. Penicillium is multicellular and produces antibiotics. Correct. Okay. அப்போ இதுதான் வந்து தப்பு. இதெல்லாம் correct. Penicillium is a multicellular and produce antibiotics. அதெல்லாம் correct. And இதுதான் வந்து solution. Which one of the following matches is correct? Phytophthora aseptate mycelium basidomycetes. தப்பு. Alternaria sexual reproduction absent deuteromycetes. Correct. Mucor reproduction by conjugation ascomycetes. தப்பு. Agaricus parasitic fungus basidomycetes. தப்பு. So இதான் வந்து correct. Yes, இதான் வந்து correct. இதான் வந்து solution. Okay. The guts of cow and buffalo possess methanogens. Yes, correct. இதுதான் வந்து solution. Next, the true nucleus is absent in Annabeda. ஏன்னா அது வந்துட்டு ஒரு prokaryoteல அதனால. Yes. மீதிக்கெல்லாம் வந்து ட்ரூ நியூக்ளியஸ் இருக்குது. மியூக்கர் அது ஒரு ஃபைகோமைசெட்ஸ், கிளாவிசெப்ஸ் அது ஒரு ஆஸ்கோமைசெட்டஸ், ஃபங்கையில் வரும் இது ரெண்டும். உல்வாக்ஸ் இதுவும் வந்து ஒரு கிரெயின் ஆல்கே. ஸோ ட்ரூ நியூக்ளியஸ் இஸ் ஆப்சென்ட் இன் ஆனபேனா அண்ட் இதுதான் வந்து சொல்யூஷன். ஓகே, Anabaena is a prokaryotic organism belonging to cyanobacteria group. Cyanobacteria group and has cells that do not have any organelles as well as nucleus except for ribosomes. These are autotrophs with photosynthesis activity and has bacteriochlorophyll. Okay. Five kingdom system of classification suggested by R.H. Whittaker is not based on presence or absence of well-defined nucleus, mode of reproduction, mode of nutrition, complexity of body organization, presence or absence of a well-defined nucleus. Five kingdom system of classification suggested by R.H. Whittaker is not based on presence or absence of a well-defined nucleus. Okay, R.H. Whittaker's five kingdom classification is mainly based on cell structure, thallus organization, mode of nutrition, mode of reproduction and phylogenetic relationship. Okay, which one of the following fungi contains hallucinogens? Marcella esculenta, Amanita muscaria, Neurosporosip, Ustilagosip. Which fungi contains hallucinogens? Hallucinogens வந்துட்டு Amanita muscaria. ஓகே, இதுதான் வந்து சொல்யூஷன். Archaebacteria differ from eubacteria in cell membrane structure. Okay, Archaebacteria differ from eubacteria in cell membrane structure. ஏன்னா வந்து kingdom Monera encompasses all prokaryotic unicellular organisms. This has been further divided into many groups: cyanobacteria, eubacteria, archaebacteria, etc. The archaebacteria are differentiated from other bacteria on the basis of their different cellular features. They show the presence of branched chain lipids in cell membrane than eubacteria. That increases tolerance against adverse conditions. They are called extremophiles. Anoxygenic photosynthesis is characteristic of rhodospirillum. ஏன்னா அதான் வந்து anoxygenic photosynthesis நடக்கும், anaerobic. Okay, yes. Which of the following shows coiled RNA strand and capsomeres? Tobacco mosaic virus. Yes, இதுதான் வந்து ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் ஆஃப் டொபாக்கோ மொசைக் வைரஸ். அதில் வந்து இங்கே வந்து RNA ஹெலிக்ஸ் இருக்குது, டயாமீட்டர் 20 ஆம்ஸ்ட்ராங், அண்ட் இது நடுவில் சென்ட்ரல் லூமன் டயாமீட்டர் 20 ஆம்ஸ்ட்ராங், அண்ட் கேப்சோமியர்ஸ் இருக்குது, அதான் வந்து ப்ரோட்டீனோட சப் யூனிட்ஸ். அண்ட் இதுதான் TMV has single stranded RNA. Viruses have என்னது viruses have DNA enclosed in a protein coat. Okay, genetic material is enclosed by capsid which is made up of proteins. Viruses can have either DNA or RNA as genetic material. A location with luxuriant growth of lichens on the trees indicate that trees are very healthy. Trees are heavily infested. Location is highly polluted. Location is not polluted. Location is not polluted, the answer. ஏன்னா வந்து lichens are indicators of SO2 pollution. If the location is not polluted by SO2, then the growth of lichen will enhance. Lichens are also useful in the detection of toxic elemental pollutants and radioactive metals. The term glycocalyx is used for a layer present between cell wall and membrane of bacteria. Cell wall of bacteria. Bacterial cell glycoengineered to possess N-glycosylated proteins. A layer surrounding the cell wall of bacteria. Glycocalyx layer surrounding the cell wall of bacteria. Okay. Idan solution. Which one of the following is true for fungi? They lack a rigid cell wall. Tappu. They are heterotrophs. Yes. They lack nuclear membrane. Tappu. They are phagotrophs. Tappu. So fungi vandittu they are heterotrophs. Idan the answer. Why is a capsule advantageous to a bacterium? It protects the bacterium from desiccation. It provides means of locomotion. It allows bacterium to hide from host immune system. It allows the bacterium to attach to the surface. Capsule and the advantages to the bacterium. Yena, it allows bacterium to hide from host immune system. Correct. It allows bacterium to hide from host immune system. A strain bacteria or virulent bacteria are capsulated, made of polysaccharides and amino acids. It is tough and thick mucilage covering, providing protection to bacteria against host immune system. Related theory, the encapsulation makes bacteria more pathogenic. It protects bacteria from phagocytosis by macrophages. Capsule increases tolerance from desiccation. It helps bacteria others to surface. So capsule is the major determinant of virulence. Okay, why is a capsule advantageous to a bacterium? It allows bacterium to hide from host immune system. Okay, select the wrong statement. Isogamous are similar in structure, function and behavior. Okay, correct. Anisogamous differ either in structure, function and behavior. Correct. In oomycetes, female gamete is smaller and motile while male gamete is larger and non-motile. Tappu. Chlamydomonas exhibits both isogamy and anisogamy and fucus shows oogamy. Correct. So, this is the tappana statement. Okay, this is the solution. Pigment containing membranous extensions in some cyanobacteria are chromatophores. Chromatophores. This is the solution. Which of the following are likely to be present in deep sea water? Archaebacteria is correct. Adan deep sea water la irukum. Biological organization starts with cellular level, organismic level, atomic level, submicroscopic molecular level. Biological organization starts with submicroscopic molecular level. Yes, correct. The cyanobacteria are also referred to as blue-green algae. இது வந்து most primitive prokaryotic organism, considered to be the most ancient of all the chlorophyll bearing organisms on earth. The highest number of species in the world is represented by fungi, mosses, algae, lichens. Fungi அதான் highest number of species in the world. Around 1 lakh species of fungi have been formally described by taxonomists, but the global biodiversity of kingdom fungi is not fully understood. Which statement is wrong for virus? All are parasites. All of them have helical symmetry. தப்பு, wrong for virus. ஏன்னா சிலதுக்கு polyhedral geometric forms இருக்கும். They have ability to synthesize nucleic acid and proteins. Correct. Antibiotics have no effect on them. அதுவும் வந்து correct. Yes. இதான் வந்து solution. Nuclear membrane is absent in Penicillium, Agaricus, Volvox, Nostoc. Nuclear membrane is absent in Nostoc. Okay, ஏன்னா அதான் வந்து prokaryote, மீதியெல்லாம் eukaryote. Nostoc is prokaryote. Prokaryotic cells lack membrane-bound organelles and well-developed, well-organized nucleus. That is, nuclear envelope is absent. Penicillium, Agaricus, and Volvox are eukaryotic. Which one of the following is common to multicellular fungi, filamentous algae, and protonema of moss? Diplontic life cycle, members of kingdom Plantae, mode of nutrition, multiplication by fragmentation. எது common to multicellular fungi, filamentous algae, and protonema of moss? வந்துட்டு இது மூணு multiplication by fragmentation. Multicellular fungi, filamentous algae, and protonema of moss all show multiplication by fragmentation. Okay. Which one single organism or the pair of organisms is correctly assigned to its or their taxon or their named taxonomy group? இது கரெக்ட்னு கேட்குறாங்க. Paramecium and Plasmodium belong to the same kingdom as that of Penicillium. தப்பு. Lichen is a composite organism formed from the symbiotic association of an algae and a protozoan. தப்பு. Yeast used in making bread and beer is a fungus. Yeah, correct. Nostoc and Anabaena are examples of protista. தப்பு. Yes. Yeast or Saccharomyces cerevisiae is a fungus of class Ascomycetes. Saccharomyces sep are widely used in baking and brewing industries. Paramecium and Plasmodium belong to kingdom Protista. Penicillium belongs to kingdom Fungi. Lichen is a composite organism formed from the symbiotic association of algae and fungi. Nostoc and Anabaena are examples of cyanobacteria or blue-green algae. Maximum nutritional diversity is found in the group Monera. Maximum nutritional diversity வந்து in the group Monera. Some of them autotrophic, example photosynthetic autotrophic or chemosynthetic autotrophic, while the vast majority are heterotrophs, example saprophytic or parasitic. Ecologically, these may be producers or decomposers. How many organisms in the list given below are autotrophs? இதில் Lactobacillus, Nostoc, Cara, Nitrosomonas, Nitrobacter, Streptomyces, Saccharomyces, Trypanosoma, Porphyra, Wolffia. இதில் வந்து எவ்வளோ ஆர்கானிசம்ஸ் வந்து ஆட்டோட்ராஃப்ஸ்னு கேட்குறாங்க. லாக்டோபெசிலஸ் இது ஹெட்ரோட்ராஃப்ஸ் வராது. நாஸ்டாக் ஆட்டோட்ராஃப். ஓகே. காரா ஆட்டோட்ராஃப். ஆட்டோட்ராஃப்னா they can synthesize their own food. Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter are autotroph. Streptomyces வராது. Saccharomyces is ஈஸ்டில் ஓகே வராது. Trypanosoma இது ஒரு parasite வராது. Porphyra is autotroph. Wolffia is also autotroph. So 1 Nostoc, 2 Cara, 3 Nitrosomonas, 4 Nitrobacter, 5 porphyra 6 olfia இப்போ 6 வருது 6 correct okay autotrophs are organisms which are capable of synthesizing their food themselves from organic and inorganic substances mode of nutrition அதுக்கப்புறம் இங்கே ஆர்கானிசம் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க ஸோ கீமோசிந்தட்டிக் ஆட்டோட்ராஃப் வந்துட்டு நைட்ரோசோமோனாஸ் அண்ட் நைட்ரோபாக்டர் அப்புறம் லாக்டோபேசிலஸ் இதெல்லாம் வந்து கீமோசிந்தட்டிக் ஆட்டோட்ராஃப் ரைட் சாப்ரோஃபைட்டிக் ஹெட்டரோட்ராஃப் சாக்கரோமைசிஸ் அது வந்து சாப்ரோஃபைட்டிக் ஹெட்டரோட்ராஃப் பாராசைட்டிக் வந்து ட்ரிப்னோசோமா அதுக்கப்புறம் ஃபோட்டோசிந்தட்டிக் ஆட்டோட்ராஃபிக் நாஸ்டாக் காரா பார்ஃபைரா அண்ட் ஓல்ஃபியா ஓகே இதெல்லாம் வந்துட்டு photosynthetic autotroph. In the 5-kingdom classification, Chlamydomonas and Chlorella have been included in Protista. Yes. Consider the following 4 statements A to D and select the option which includes all the correct ones only. Single cell spirulina can produce large quantities of food rich in protein, minerals, vitamins, etc. Okay, it's correct. Body weight wise, the microorganism Methylophilus methylotropus may be able to produce several times more proteins than the cows per day. Correct. Common button mushrooms are a very rich source of vitamin C. Tappu. A rice variety has been developed which is very rich in calcium. Tappu. Option A B statement A B தான் வந்து correct. Yes, correct. Spirulina single cell protein SCP rich in protein, vitamins and minerals and rice variety rich in iron content. 250 gram biomass of Methylophilus methylotropus produce 25 ton protein per day while cow of 250 kilogram produces only 200 gram protein per day. Which one of the following organism is not an example of eukaryotic cell? Escherichia coli is not an eukaryote. Escherichia coli ஒரு prokaryote. Euglena viridis, amoeba proteus, paramecium chordatum இது எல்லாமே வந்துட்டு eukaryotic. Okay? Cells. The bacterium E. coli is a prokaryote. Single-celled eukaryotes are included in single-cell eukaryotes are included in kingdom Protista. Check answer. Correct. Protista. Membrane-bound organelles are absent in Saccharomyces, Streptococcus, Chlamydomonas, Plasmodium. Membrane-bound organelles are absent in Streptococcus. ஏன்னா அதுதான் வந்து ப்ரோகாரியாட் மீதி எல்லாமே யூகாரியாட் ஆயிரும் ஓகே virus envelope is known as capsid, virion, Nucleoprotein core. Virus envelope is known as capsid. Yes, capsid. Virus envelope is known as capsid. Some hyperthermophilic organisms that grow in highly acidic pH2 habitats belong to the two group called Eubacteria and Archaea. Infectious proteins are present in prions, correct. Given below is the diagram of a bacteriophage in which one of the options, all the four parts A, B, C, D and D are correct. A வந்துட்டு head, B வந்துட்டு collar, C வந்துட்டு sheath, D வந்து tail fibers. அப்போ option C தான் correct. Yes, correct. Select the correct combination of the statements A to D regarding the characteristics of certain organisms. Methanogens are archaebacteria which produce methane in marshy areas. Correct. Nostoc is a filamentous blue-green algae which fixes atmospheric nitrogen. Correct. Chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria synthesis cellulose from glucose. Tappu. Mycoplasma lack a cell wall and can survive without oxygen. Correct. Correct தான் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. A, B, D. Correct. Yes, correct. Oxygenic photosynthesis occurs in Chromatin, Oscillatoria, Rhodospirallum, Chlorobium. Okay, oxygenic photosynthesis occurs in Oscillatoria. ஏன்னா அதுதான் வந்து cyanobacteria. அங்கே தான் oxygenic photosynthesis நடக்கும். Yeah. T.O. Diner discovered a free infectious RNA. Yes, T.O. Diner 1971 discovered a free infectious RNA. Which one is the wrong pairing for the disease and its causal organism? Late blight of potato, Alternaria solani. Tappu. Black rust of wheat, Puccinia graminis. Correct. Loose smut of wheat, Ustilagonuda. Correct. Root knot of vegetables, Melodegane sip. Correct. First இதுதான் தப்பு. Late blight of potato, Alternaria solani. தப்பு. The causative agent of late blight of potato is fungus Phytophthora infestans, class Oomycetes, order Peronosporus, family Pythiaceae. In India, the late blight of potato is a seed-borne disease. T.O. Diner discovered a free infectious RNA. Phylogenetic system of classification is based on evolutionary relationships. Trichoderma hertzianum has proved a useful microorganism for biological control of soil-borne plant pathogens. Trichoderma has proved a useful microorganism for biological control of soil-borne plant pathogens. In the light of recent classification of living organisms into 3 domains of life, bacteria, archaea and eukarya, which one of the following statements is true about archaea? Archaea resemble eukarya in all respects. Archaea have some novel features that are absent in other prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Correct. Archaea completely differ from both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Archaea completely differ from prokaryotes. Yes, archaea have some novel features that are absent in other prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Thermococcus, Methanococcus and Methanobacterium exemplify archaebacteria that contain protein homologous to eukaryotic core histones. Correct. Correct. Characteristics bacteria, archaea and eukarya கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க. Prokaryotic cell bacteria வந்து S, archaea வந்து S, eukaryotic no prokaryotic cell. Circular DNA bacteriaல இருக்கு S, archaeaலையும் S, eukaryaல no. Histone proteins வந்து bacteriaல no இல்ல, ஆனா archaeaல S, eukaryaலையும் S. Histone proteins. Membrane bound nucleus வந்துட்டு bacteriaல no, archaeaல no, eukaryaல S. Ribosome bacteriaல 70S, archaeaல 70S, eukaryaல 80S and 70S. Thermococcus, Methanococcus and Methanobacterium exemplify archaebacteria that lack any histones resembling those found in eukaryotes but whose DNA is negatively supercoiled. Correct. Cellulose is the major component of cell walls of Pythium. Saccharomyces வந்து fungi, Xanthomonas bacteria, Pseudomonas வராது. Pythium அதான் cellulose is major component of cell wall. Pythium is a phycomycetous member having cellulosic cell wall. Xanthomonas and Pseudomonas are eubacteria having peptidoglycan cell wall. Saccharomyces chitinous cell wall. In the light of recent classification of living organisms into 3 domains of life, bacteria, archaea and eukarya, which one of the following statements is true about archaea? Archaea have some novel features that are absent in other prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Which pair of the following belongs to basidiomycetes? Bird nest fungi and puffballs. Correct. Bird nest fungi and puffballs. அதுதான் வந்து basidiomycetes. இதான் வந்து solution. Biological organization starts with submicroscopic molecular level. Ergot of rye is caused by a species of Claviceps, ergot of rye is caused by a species of claviceps. Claviceps வந்துட்டு ascomycetsல வரும். ascomycetsக்கு எக்ஸாம்பிள் வந்துட்டு ஈஸ்ட், மாரல், ஸ்டஃபிள்ஸ், பெனிசிலியம், அப்புறம் அதுக்கப்புறம் நியூரோஸ்போரா, கிளாவிசெப்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் வரும். Yeah, 92 correct. Ergot of right வந்து plant disease caused by fungus claviceps purpurea, அதாவது ergot அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. That replaces the grain of rye is a dark purplish sclerotium from which the sexual stage of the life cycle will form after overwintering. Corn smut is caused by fungus ustilago. Powdery mildew of grapes caused by fungus Uncinula necata. Root and stem rot is caused by Phytophthora. Which one of the following is a slime mold? இதில் எது slime mold அப்படின்னு கேட்டிருக்காங்க. Physarum. Yes, Physarum தான் வந்து slime mold. Thiobacillus, Hanabana, Rhizopus. Rhizopus எல்லாம் வந்துட்டு வராது, ஏன்னா வந்து அது ஃபைகோமைசட்டஸில் வந்துடும். ஓகே, அதெல்லாம் ஆனபெனலாம் ப்ரோகாரியாட்ஸில் வந்துடும். தயாபசிலஸ் எல்லாம் ப்ரோகாரியாட்ஸில் வந்துடும். Which one of the following statements is correct? இதில் எது correct? Both Acetobacter and Rhizobium fix atmospheric nitrogen in root nodules of plants. தப்பு. Cyanobacteria such as Anabana and Nostoc are important mobilizers of phosphates and for plant nutrition in soil. தப்பு. At present is not possible to grow maize without chemical fertilizers. தப்பு. Extensive use of chemical fertilizers may lead to eutrophication of nearby water bodies. Yes, correct. இதான் வந்து solution. Which one of the following statements about mycoplasma is wrong? They are pleomorphic. They are sensitive to penicillin. தப்பு. They cause disease in plants. Correct. They are also called PPLO. Correct. They are sensitive to penicillin. அதான் வந்து mycoplasma is wrong. Okay. Next. A genetically engineered microorganism used successively in bioremediation of oil spills is a species of Pseudomonas. Yes, Pseudomonas. Trichodoma, Xanthomonas, Bacillus இதெல்லாம் வராது. Oil spills வந்துட்டு Pseudomonas. Curing of tea leaves is brought about by the activity of bacteria. Yes, bacteria. Next, 98. Which of the following? Okay. The thalloid body of a slime mold, Myxomycetes, is known as Plasmodium. Yes, correct. Check பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். Which of the following environmental conditions are essential for optimum growth of muco on a piece of bread? Temperature of about 25 degrees Celsius. Yes, வரும். Temperature of about 5 degrees Celsius வராது. Relative humidity of about 5% வராது. Relative humidity of about 95% வரும். A shady place இதுவும் வரும். Brightly illuminated place வராது. So 1 temperature of about 25 degrees Celsius, relative humidity of about 95%, 1 4 a shady place 5. So அதான் choose the answer from the following options. 1 4 5 only. Yes, correct. What is common among Trypanosoma, Noctiluca, Monocystis, and Giardia? They are all parasites. These are all unicellular protists. They have flagella. They produce spores. These are all unicellular protists. Okay, ஏன்னா protist kingdom protistaல வரும். These are all unicellular protists. Trypanosoma வந்துட்டு ஒரு flagellated protozoan. ஆமா, single celled eukaryotes, single celled unicellular protist. The causative agent of mad cow disease is prion. Correct. The bacterium Clostridium botulinum that causes botulism is an obligate aeroba, a facultative anaeroba, an obligate anaeroba, a facultative aeroba. Bacterium Clostridium botulinum that causes botulinum is and obligate anaerobe. Yes, இது வந்துட்டு ஒரு obligateனா compulsory, an obligate anaerobe without oxygen இருக்கும். கம்பல்சரி ஆக்சிஜன் இல்லாத இடத்துல தான் இருக்கும். Parophilic prokaryotes grow and multiply in very deep marine sediments, occur in water containing high concentration of barium hydroxide, readily grow and divide in sea water enriched in any soluble salt of barium, grow slowly in highly alkaline frozen lakes at high altitudes. Barophilic prokaryotes வந்துட்டு grow and multiply in very deep marine sediments. Correct. Barophilic prokaryotes grow and multiply in very deep marine sediments. Oxospores and hormocysts are formed respectively by oxospores வந்து diatoms, hormocyst வந்துட்டு cyanobacteria. Okay, oxospores வந்துட்டு several diatoms and hormocysts are formed respectively by a few cyanobacteria. Correct. Oxospores and hormocysts are formed respectively by several diatoms and few cyanobacteria. Oxospores formed in diatoms and hormocysts formed in cyanobacteria. Viruses that infect bacteria multiply and cause their lysis are called lytic. ஏன்னா அது பிரேக் பண்ணுதுல்ல, அதனால. ஏன்னா வந்து வைரஸ் வந்து ஒரு பாக்டீரியா இருக்குது, வைரஸ் வந்து அது இன்ஃபெக்ட் பண்ணுது. வைரஸ் தட் இன்ஃபெக்ட் பாக்டீரியா மல்டிப்ளை அண்ட் காஸ் தேர் லைசிஸ் ஆர் கால்ட் லைட்டிக். பாக்டீரியோஃபேஜ் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு வைரஸ், அது வந்து பாக்டீரியாவை இன்ஃபெக்ட் பண்ணணும். ஓகே, இன்ஃபெக்ட் பண்ணி அண்டு அதுக்குள்ளே வந்து பாக்டீரியல் செல்லுக்குள்ளே ரெப்ளிகேட் ஆக ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும். அதுக்கப்புறம் அதனால் லைசிஸ் வந்து நடந்து லைட்டிக் சைக்கிள் நடக்கும். லைசிஸ்னால் பிரேக் ஆகிறது, லைட்டிக். Which of the following statements is not true for retroviruses? Not true. எது வந்து ரெட்ரோவைரஸ்க்கு தப்புன்னு கேட்குறாங்க. DNA is not present at any stage in the life cycle of retrovirus. அதான் வந்து not true. ஏன்னா DNA present ஆகிருக்கும் at any stage in the life cycle of retrovirus. இதெல்லாம் வந்து கரெக்ட். retrovirus carry gene for RNA dependent DNA polymerase. The genetic material in mature retrovirus is RNA. Okay. Retrovirus are causative agents for certain kinds of cancer in man. Correct. Yes. Viruses are no more alive than isolated chromosomes because they require both RNA and DNA. They both need food molecules. They both require oxygen for respiration. They both require the environment of a cell to replicate. Both require the environment of cell to replicate. ஏன்னா வந்து viruses are no more alive than isolated chromosomes. Because both viruses சரி isolated chromosomes சரி require the environment of a cell to replicate. Chromosomes in a bacterial cell can be 1 to 3 in number and are always circular. Okay, chromosomes in a bacterial cell can be 1 to 3 in number and are always circular. Prokaryotic cells contain their chromosome as circular entity. Usually the entire genome is a single molecule of circular DNA, but often the number may vary up to 3. Related theory, bacterial chromosomes and plasmids are double-stranded circular DNA molecules and are often referred to as covalently closed circular DNA or cccDNA. In which kingdom would you classify the archaea and nitrogen fixing organisms if the 5 kingdom system of classification is used? Kingdom Monera. அதில் தான் archaea and nitrogen fixing organisms யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம், கிளாஸிஃபை பண்ண வச்சுருப்போம். ஏன்னா அதெல்லாம் ப்ரோகாரியாட்ஸ். அதனால் the chief advantage of encystment of an amoeba is the ability to survive during adverse physical conditions, the ability to live for some time without ingesting food, the protection from parasites and predators, the chance to get rid of accumulated waste products. No, the chief advantage of encystment of an amoeba is the ability to survive during adverse physical conditions. Okay. Tobacco mosaic virus is a tubular filament of size 300 into 20 nanometer. Phenetic classification is based on phenetic ancestral lineage of existing organisms, observable characteristics of existing organisms, dendrograms based on DNA characteristics, sexual characteristics. Phenetic classification is based on observable characteristics of existing organisms. Based on observable similarities and differences between taxa. Phenetic classification based on observable characteristics of existing organisms. Which one of the following statements about viruses is correct? Viruses possess their own metabolic system. Tappu. All viruses contain both the RNA and DNA. Tappu. Viruses are obligate parasites. Correct. Nucleic acid of virus is known as capsid. Tappu. So இதில் வந்து viruses are obligate parasites. இதுதான் வந்து correct about viruses. Organisms which obtain energy by the oxidation of reduced inorganic compounds are called chemotatrophs. Yes. Chemotatrophs use inorganic energy source. In 5 kingdom system, the main basis of classification is structure of nucleus, nutrition, structure of cell wall, asexual reproduction. இது வராது, structure of nucleus வராது. Nutrition. Yes. 5 kingdom systemல main basis of classification வந்துட்டு nutrition, mode of nutrition. Main criteria of five kingdom classification where cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition and reproduction and phylogenetic relationships. Animal kingdom வந்து classified on the basis of levels of organization, body symmetry, germinal layers, nature of coelom, segmentation, presence of notochord. In bacteria, plasmid is extra chromosomal material. பாக்டீரியாவில் பிளாஸ்மிட் வந்து ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா குரோமோசோமல் மெட்டீரியல்.